Welcome to auction number 25. The first item up is this white Mazda RX-7. See, the corners are right. We do have this problem up here on the J-hook. So because of that problem on the J-hook, I'd like to start this one at 20 rand. Next item is this 1973 Jeep J10, very nice looking casting this, with a K&N logo. Some spare tyres there at the back. Car itself has got, like I said, a dampen damage. The J-hook looks alright. So this damage over here usually just comes from the actual box in itself. So I'd like to start this one off on 30 rand. Next item is this McLaren SOLUS. So these cars were designed for Goodwood. The car itself is in pretty good nick. So it is a car I do collect. So I've got him in a couple of different colours. So I'd like to start this one off on 30 rand as well. So the next item is this little Toon SKYLINE card. Isn't too bad. I still think these cars look very sulky. And there's Hot Wheels on the windscreen, Hot Wheels in Japanese on the windscreen. There's a new for 2024. So with the new 4 cards, there's always a write-up at the back. And so I'd like to start this one off on 30 rand as well. Next is one of these items that are proving quite popular, this little BEETLE. Bumblebee, sorry, from Transformers. I believe the yellow one's a lot more sought after than the gold one. I'd like to start this on 50 rand. Next we get onto this very iconic South African car, racing car. ALFA GTV 6 3-litre. Corner's a bit soft over there, not much, but nice decal on it. You can see the headlights are X'd out, so it's a racing car as opposed to the road one. J-hook looks alright, new for 2023. I'll have a nice write-up over there telling us all about how it dominated the South African tracks. So I'd like to start this one on 25 rand. The original car was built to actually break the land speed record. The white tyres indicate that it was raced or on the salt plains to try and break that speed record. The damage over there. Otherwise, it's a nice cleanish card. As it's a new fault, we do have a write up there again. I'd actually like to know, anyone know what year this tried to break a land speed record? Please let me know. Anyway, I'd like to start this one off on 20 rand. Next item is this RENAULT Sport RS01. You can see the corner over there. Okay, so they came out in a very, very nice treasure hunt of this car a couple of years back. It was really a stunning looking car. There's some damage up there on the J-hook. I'd like to start this one on 20 rand as well. The next item is this 1992 BMW M3, which is proven to be very popular. That's the card, a little bit over there. Like I said, this damage usually comes from the actual boxing. You know, often comes out of the box from a tail, like that. The J looks nice and neat. You can see it comes out of box M from that year. Definitely American long card as opposed to international. So I'd like to start this one off on 50 rand. Next item is, you find these all over the show. Sorry, Andre. To pull some of the matchbox in to make up a total of 30 items. So I'd like to start this one on 15 rand. Next we have another one of these alphas, this time in red. I end up with a lot of the alphas, probably because of the fact that it said South Africa at the back. Everybody thought they'd need to get me 2 or 3. As you can see, it's the racing one, the racing version, not the road version. So the card isn't in bad shape, a little bit of a crease there on the J-hook. Now they have the same write-up as the white one over here. So I'd like to start this one off on 30 rand. Another item that's proving quite popular is these Audio Vant RS2s. This time it's in a sort of purplish / maroon colour. Nice spectra flame on it. Very nice at the front. Very nicely done in front. Very nicely done at the back. As you can see, the card has taken a bit of a hammering. Nice one to take out of the card. I'd like to start this one on 20 rand. Next is another Alfa Romeo GTV 6 3 litre. This time it's a street one, the blue street one. Like I say, this card is in bad nick. I actually thought of just taking this one out and putting it on my display, but it's not a car I collect. So as you can see, the card is very bent over there. And so you probably found this right at the bottom of a dump bin somewhere. I think if you buy it, best is to buy it to take it out of the packaging. And I'd like to start this one on 15 rand. The next item is just something to make up to make up the total amount of items. It is this little display stand, solar powered. I think it also does run on batteries. No, not bad if you have to clean it up and you know, just have something to rotate your cars on. Nothing spectacular, but we'd like to start this one off on 10 Rand. The next item is this very nice looking Audi Quattro. A nice red. The card is pretty good condition. Some nice detail on the card itself. Well, on the car itself, sorry. It's a new for 2023, so we'll have a write-up here at the back. Let's see what they have to say about it. There we go. So I'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand. Next we have this Mazda Drift, Maxima Drift, short card. So the card itself isn't that great. It says Hot Wheels in Japanese up top. The J-hook isn't great. I'd like to start this one on 15 Rand. Next item is this VW T2 pickup. So that's usually box damage. So it's in German on this side, but if you turn it around, it's usually got the English translation of it on the other side. So the card itself isn't too bad, it's got a bit of a problem there. So I'd like to start this one off on 40 Rand. Next we have this M3 Wagon. I think they also call it the M3 Touring. It's a new for card, new for 2024. Some nice livery decal on it. So I'm not sure what the 90 means. If anyone knows, please let me know. Most of the numbers on these cards have some, or cars have some sort of meaning to them. Let's see what it says here in the write-up. Well, I'd like to start this one off on 30 Rand. Next we have another one of these Mazda RX-7 police cars, this time in black as opposed to the white one we saw earlier. See some hassles there with the J-hook. So I'd like to start this one off on 25 Rand. So next is a very popular one again. This is the SKYLINE Godzilla. You can see a crease there in the J-hook. I say a lot of these cars came with dumpins. So you're going to get that sort of damage to it. Nicely done at the back. You even make out the GTR on the number plate. So I'd like to start this one on 40 Rand. The next is one of these items I just grabbed to make sure that there's 30 items on this list. There's a little smart card bar, I think it's Borrego we're looking at. There's a bit of hassle here, issue with the doors. You can see it's definitely play worn. And so the doors just don't want to stay closed. Let's see what we got here. Sorry, it's a Meister. Okay, that's probably why. 1 to 33. Got some nice rubber tires on it. You could probably take these tires off and use them somewhere else. Inside's quite cool. Quite a bit of detail on the inside. Does look like it might need an earbud to be cleaned out a bit. Anyway, let's just start him off on 5 Rand and see what happens. Next we have this Corvette Grand Sport Roadster. Obviously the difference between the Roadster and the normal Grand Sport is the fact that this is convertible. Again, I'm not sure the significance of that number 39. If anybody knows, I'd be greatly appreciated. Just drop me a comment in the comment section of the video and let me know. Look, apart from, like I said, a bit of an issue over there. A little bit of an issue over there. The card itself isn't in the bad condition. It's American long card. So I'd like to start this one on 20 Rand. Next we're on to one of these Lotuses again. It's also one of the cars I just seem to have gotten a heck of a lot of. Probably because I'm a Formula 1 fan, so I expect when I get back to the US now there'll probably be a lot of Formula 1 cars waiting for me there. You can see some damage over there. A very iconic race car, this. 1967. Totally dominated that particular season with Jim Clark and Graham Hill. And you can see some problems over there, and it is new for 2024, so I'll have some sort of write-up about it at the back over there again. So I'd like to start this one on 15 Rand. Next item is also one of those that proved to be quite popular, not because it is because it is James Bond or the fact that it was Fast and Furious. I mean, it's just a really nice car, this 1963 Aston Martin DB5. It does have legendary status in real life, the DB5. And because it's a James Bond version, it will have a number plate at the back, as opposed to the Fast and Furious that doesn't have a number plate. The card itself isn't in bad nick. There's some play over there. Bit of a bend over there. So I'd like to start this one off on 30 Rand. The next item, I'm usually quite surprised at how popular these little tune cars are. So I personally, I don't like them much. You can see quite a bit of damage to the bottom over there. So that is usually boxed damage. You know, it comes out of the box like that. The box was probably used as a bit of soccer ball, football. Otherwise, not too bad. As I do collect the Dodge Chargers, I have got one in my collection, but like I say, I'm not a big fan of these tuned cars. But I believe they are very, very popular among most people, so it's just my opinion. Give me your opinion in the comment section. I'd like to start this one at 25 Rand. So again, apologies to Andre. That's another Matchbox. This time it is my mom's favorite car, the Fiat 500. Okay, I do like the Matchbox over the Hot Wheels, especially when it comes to the main line, because they do have a lot more detail in them. The only problem is, like I say, selection-wise, the Hot Wheels has got much bigger selection and variety than the actual Matchbox. So I'd like to start this one off on 20 Rand. Next item again is one of these Alphas. Alfa Romeo GTV 6 3 litre. This time in the grey. One of the street car versions as opposed to the race version. So we can tell this because the headlights aren't X'd out. Card isn't too bad. Got a crease over there, but not much play on it. So I'd like to start this one off on 20 Rand. Next item is this Liberty Walk Skyline. The corners are taking quite a beating, so I know this comes out of a dumping. I still think from the front this car looks cross, but like a sulky sort of cross. It's got those drooping sort of headlights and sort of facing downwards, if you want to call it that. Quite a bit of hammering over there. I'd like to start this one off on 30 Rand. So next is one of these items that's very collectible in the US. I'm not saying it's the car, it's the actual card itself. The Americans, yes, they do collect the cards as opposed to the car. A perfect card, and this one goes easily for $20. In this condition, you're probably looking at about $10, maybe $12 card. And the reason I'll go through it all now is why it is so popular, but about that, is, let's have a look at the car first. This is the Ice Charger from Fast and Furious. The reason it is so popular is, first of all, it is a Fast and Furious. Second is the fact that it is a new for 2017. So in other words, this is the first time this casting came out on the cards. So in fact, it will have a write-up here at the back. So I'd like to start this one off on 50 Rand. So the last item we're going to look at is this 1981 CAMARO on the short card. Card isn't too bad, not great. The car itself is nice. Again, it is one I do collect, and it has come in a couple of colours. I know that there is a white, I know there is a blue. I'd like to start this one on 15 Rand.